Welcome back to Walk of Femme with Kemp and me, Natalie, also known as Femme Tarot. We're really excited to be here today because we have another exciting, fun reading. And oh boy, you're going to love this one. And this one is on Kemp?
Bethenny Frankel! Which is perfect timing. New York is coming back. And her new show, The Big Shot with Bethany on HBO Max. This is not an advertisement, although it should be. It's coming out on April 29th, and it would have already aired at this point.
And you know, Kemp has questions. I mean, he has questions.
Always.
But before we start, let's just remind everyone that, first of all, please subscribe and like this. Subscribe to the channel and like this video and share it if you want to share it with your friends, if they want to know what's up with Bethany. And please subscribe to Kemp. Kemp, please tell them how and where they can find you.
Well, I have two YouTube channels. One is Kempire Daily, where you get daily hot topics and music, entertainment, reality TV recaps. And also we have our Kempire Radio YouTube channel along with the Kempire Radio podcast. So be sure to subscribe to that if you like hot topics and reality TV recaps, uncensored on my podcast.
Excellent. And you can find me, everything's down below, my website and my social media handle as well for Instagram and Facebook. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Can't wait.
Bethany. So everyone that's been following Bethany from her early days on the Real Housewives of New York to now, huge entrepreneur, Skinny Girl brand is huge. It has so much going on. And now, of course, this new reality show. So my very first question, what's the future of this reality show? I know she is going to be interested to know what's the future of The Big Shot with Bethany, because people like Bethany. We know the daytime talk show didn't work, but now this is different. This is sort of more in her realm of reality TV. And she's done something very similar. We saw that jumper. We've seen her in the Real Housewives of New York, and we loved her and her commentary in that. But what is the future of this new project?
Interesting. I had jumpers.
And I already have questions popping in my brain.
And I have cards popping out of the deck. So I have 6 cards here because I have 3 jumper cards and 3 that are, moving. Okay, this was her idea. This is her project. This is her pet project. This is something that she's been working on for a while. Okay, this is a brand new concept. She's invested her own money in this as well, just an FYI too. And it's a passion project. She believes in it. The thing is, you know why she believes it? Because she wants to detach herself from the housewife. She doesn't want to be this caricature, that character of housewives. She wants to be remembered, known, seen very differently, or a very different person than she is. So she's trying to get away from that. I feel that her time at Housewives, although made her super rich and gave her so much success, she sees it as a toxic sort of, like, it leaves like a bitter, toxic aftertaste.
Which is interesting. She recently said that she had to get away from it because she felt like it affected the credibility of her business and people taking her seriously as a businesswoman. So that makes complete sense.
So she's been also listening to her community, to her fans and stans. So she listens. I mean, we know she can come across arrogant and she has an ego, but she does care about her fans and stans. You know, she cares about how. And at the end of the day, that's how she makes money. Without her stans and fans, she wouldn't be where she is. So that's the truth. So she does, and she feels and hopes that this new project, Big Shot, is going to, it's going to make her fans happy, and it's what they want, and it's going to take her towards a very different direction. Now, I feel it's going to, maybe the first episode will be received well, but I feel that it might be bumpy afterwards. There might be like conflicting opinions or feedback. about the show. So that's going to stress her out a little bit, because I have the 5 swords of here, and then I have the King of Cups, something hidden, something. Yeah. I have 2 moving cards because I also have the 10 of Wands. So for now, it hasn't even aired, but for now, what the energy shows me is this is a one-off season.
Whew.
I love your expressions. I
had that feeling, though. I had the feeling. I was like, but maybe was that her intention? Maybe because they are looking for a VP to be,
I think it's her intention because I pulled the King of Cups, and King of Cups has to do as well with hiding stuff, not being completely sort of transparent about your intentions or your feelings mostly. So it could be intentional, yeah. But I feel that she feels it's going to go much better than it actually will, if you know what I mean.
Oh, because even though it's a one-off, she wants it to be a big one-off.
She wants to make it a big because she has other ideas that are going to be sort of like interlinked with it, but very different. So she's hoping, and not only hoping, I think she believes that this is going to be a huge success. And it might seem so at the beginning, but then I feel that it's going to fall into like turbulent waters.
Oof.
Knight of Cups, but she's going to have offers. She has offers. So but she's very picky on what she wants to do. She's very selective because she wants to almost reinvent herself, Bethany. Who's seen and received very differently than she has so far. Yes, she has fans, but with Bethany, most of us we basically love to hate her. I
love Bethany. I don't love to hate her. Well, I used to love Bethany. I'm a little on the fence lately, but
I mean, when I mean we love to hate her, I don't mean on the show because we all love her on the show. I mean, the show is empty without her, in my opinion. You need Bethany back or someone like Bethany. But I feel that in real, like how she comes across, we love to hate her. I mean, I personally would never be friends with her. I think she's not my type, let's just say. I think I wouldn't want to tiptoe around her.
Yeah, she has a lot of Scorpio in her chart. She's a Scorpio sun. She has a Capricorn moon. I don't know what her.
But that's why she has a lot of money. That's why she made a lot of money. Capricorn moon. Capricorns take their time. They're not born into money, but they work so hard. They're so ambitious that they do make their own money. They are responsible for their own success. No one with a Capricorn moon. So she reacts like a Capricorn. Interesting. So in business, she's very dry.
She's got a lot of Scorpio in her chart.
Yeah. Well, I knew that already even before I knew her star sign because of her past. So Scorpios usually carry a lot of karmic lessons and pain from the past. And we know that she had issues with her dad,
her mom
as well. Her relationships never were working out for her. She's very Scorpio, very, very Scorpio. So yeah, a lot of karma there.
Okay. Are you ready for the next question?
I am now.
Since we're talking about Bethany's mom and dad, can we just get an idea of where her relationship currently is with her mom?
Well, I got from my guides there isn't one, but
it's always been sort of like up and down with her mom. One minute they're talking, then the mom does something, and the relationship has been shaky. We did the last, I think, on the show on the Real Housewives of New York. We saw that the mom had reached out, and that was right after. I forget, my timelines are mixed up in my head, but she had reached out, and then I think something else happened, and then the relationship was sort of like, okay, let's backtrack.
Okay. Well, let's find
and then I got to ask about Jason Hoppy. There's so many questions to cover with Bethany.
Ooh, jumpers.
I love the jumpers.
Yeah, back and forth. You're absolutely right. Very back and forth with her mom. Very back and forth. Bethany tried. Mixed feelings, mixed emotions. Very complicated relationship there. Family. She's still her family, and Bethany has this. We know that she's always looked for that family dynamic, just being part of a family. That's her main issue, I feel. But no love lost.
Wow.
With her mom. And those were jumper cards.
Wow.
I haven't even pulled the cards yet.
The universe was like, here you go. You want to know?
Here you go. But she's on the fence. So Bethany is definitely on the fence when it comes to that relationship. There is, you know what's funny? That there are times that they can get along and they do have fun. And I was told that they're very similar in character too, in certain aspects. So they would, under different circumstances, they would get along, if you know what I mean. But Bethany will always, I feel that when she's around her mom, she regresses into a very hurt little girl and she lashes out. So, yeah, so there's deep psychological wounds there with her mom. And she's definitely on the fence. She's, you know, she has a wall around her. So it's a very complicated relationship. Her mom has tried, is trying, but it's not working out for them. So they need to find like a healthy balance to make this work.
So very similar to the video that we did on Kenya Moore and the tumultuous relationship that she had with her mother. What's going on with Bethany's mother?
Generally, like in her life, or
yeah, because we know very little, and what we know is not necessarily good stuff, but maybe there is some good stuff, or maybe there's a reason for why that relationship is so challenging.
Well, her mom is smart. Well, you know what? Bethany got her brains from someone. And I think it's her mom.
I'm going to ask about the dad too, though. I want to know about that, who was passed on.
The dad was a horse trainer, right?
Yes.
Right. Well, when you ask that question, this one popped out. Emperor, she's very strategic, her mom. You never know what she's thinking. You never know what she's thinking. She guards her emotions, the emperor. But it's also could be the dad. This could be, but you asked specifically about her mom. So she comes off as a masculine energy. And Bethany has that masculine energy too that comes off across on the cards as well. So does her mom. But her mom is very strategic. I feel that her mom is like, let me say it differently. Her mom wouldn't do anything unless she felt that she had gain from it.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Based on what we've seen, the little increments that we've seen in regards to her relationship with her mom, that does make sense, especially her mom's relationship with the tabloids.
Did she leak stuff? I didn't know that.
She has spoken about Bethany in the tabloids over the years.
Funny. Yeah, her mom is strategic. I mean, there is no emotional attachment there. Obviously, there is somewhat because she's the mother of Bethany, but she'll do whatever she does. She can't. So she's like Bethany. She's like that's similar. They're both.
And that's why they don't.
Yeah, that's why they don't, because Bethany sees herself in her mom and vice versa. So it's very conflicting for both of them. And unless they work on those wounds in the past, they're never going to be able to see eye to eye or have that respect for each other, because they remind each other of those things that are painful. You know, they're deep down. And when you look at your mom and she reminds you of you, that's super painful. It's a mirror. So how do you...
And she's probably also, Bethany's probably also fearful that she's going to turn out like her mom.
Maybe. That's why she's working so hard and she does what she does to try to avoid that. But what does her mom do? Does her mom work?
I have no idea. We've never gotten that deep in regards to...
I'm just wondering.
Yeah. Which is unimportant. I do want to ask the question before we get into, because I do want to ask a little bit about Bethany's relationship with Bryn. But in regards to the father, even though he's passed on, what was their relationship like? We know that, you know, based on what she shared, it also was a tumultuous relationship.
Okay. Let's see.
But let's see what the cards say. Because Bethany, we only got Bethany's side. Let's see what spirit guides are saying.
Let's see.
And I'll use this moment to remind everyone, let us know your thoughts on anything that Natalie, aka Femme Tarot, is saying about some of your favorite housewives. If there's someone you want us to cover, let us know in the comments. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And turn on your notifications because you don't want to miss out when we upload.
Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
So with her dad, I feel there it was a heavy past, so there was a lot of things there. But they did. I kind of feel. Did he pass on?
Yes.
Okay, because I do feel that the before he even died, that they had started work on things, sort of like communicating more and trying to figure things out. But this was too much for Bethany. It was just too much stress, too much hurt, too much. There was too much resentment as well, I feel. And then and also secrets. There are things there that are hidden, and Bethany knows. Her dad, I don't know, did he tend to lie a lot? Was that his MO?
I
I
mean,
feel
based on what she alluded to over the years in regards to talking to them, you know that there was something off, that maybe she didn't trust him, or
yeah,
she saw a lot too soon.
definitely does not trust him and did not trust him. And to her, this death is kind of like when he died, it just brought closure, because I think she gave up on the idea of, let's say, working on or improving this relationship with her dad. I think she gave it a shot, because she felt that if she didn't, then she would live the rest of her life being regretful and having unanswered
Mm.
questions. But I feel she did get the answers that she wanted. He kept things from her. He kept things from everyone. It's
Mm.
almost like he had a double life, to say it.
Mm.
Generally, like, there were things that were happening behind the scenes and things that his family and his close ones didn't know
Okay.
of what he was doing. And Bethany, a Scorpio, highly intuitive, highly intuitive. So she knew that he was BSing her. And,
Mm.
I think after she tried and she got that feeling and she saw the whole behavior and that he wasn't being truthful, she just locked that door and threw away the key. So yeah, there was a lot of pain there. A lot of swords, a lot of pain there.
Because we were talking about Bethany and her relationship with her parents. Let's talk about the relationship that's been all over the news, all over the blogs, and that's her relationship with her now ex-husband Jason Hoppy. They literally just got divorced officially in January. It was 9 years, and we saw on the Real Housewives of New York on how much that affected her life.
Mm-hmm.
People want clarification, because a lot of people thought it was just Bethany, because we saw Jason on the show as very light and friendly. But then we also got to see a darker side in the tabloids and in the news about Jason. We need clarification. Who went wrong in this relationship?
The money.
Okay, that makes complete sense.
I have a lot of points here as well. Listen, it was a passionate relationship. Okay, there was passion there, but I feel that he wasn't supportive enough to her. He wasn't there for her. She was on a trajectory. She had plans. She had ambitions. I think he was there before she even started, making so much money and being so rich and famous. And he was, I feel that in the beginning, he was handling her money and he was spending way too much and investing it in places without even asking her. So there's shady business there from his side, which she caught on. And she didn't want to see it at first. She did not want to see it because she was in love. There was love and passion.
We saw it. It was documented.
That was real.
It was very fast and furious.
Very fast and furious. But yeah, even though she was feeling that way, she wasn't 100% sure that she could trust him or what his intentions were. So from the start, she had that. She's smart. She's very smart.
Intuitive
And smart, though, because I think she started because Queen of Swords, she comes across as the Queen of Swords. So even though she is a water sign, she comes off as the Swords air sign. But Queen of Swords is someone who is really like blunt. They are very in your face. They know how to get what they want. Powerful, dynamic, rude. Rude, definitely rude. And this was in the past when it comes to the relationship. So it almost feels that when he came into her life, he balanced her out a little bit. He mellowed her out. He was too insecure, too go, too focused at work, making money. And he came in and he charmed the pants out of her and kind of like made her feel like it's okay to be a vulnerable little girl around me because I'll take care of you. That's kind of the dynamic that I feel with them when this relationship started off. And then it kind of went to Knight of Wands. So there was, as I said, there was passion, there was, sex and all that was great with them. But also the fights were bad. Like they would erupt, she would erupt. And those would get pretty, pretty bad. And his Three of Pentacles, again, money. It's again managing money, how he managed the money. I feel that he was probably, there was someone else involved as well, not a woman, but like someone else in this business, financial handling and controlling that he brought in, that I feel that they were in cahoots together. Maybe he was just mismanaging. I'm not saying that he stole, but he mismanaged her money.
Yeah.
And that made her extremely, extremely angry.
Because she worked so hard for it.
She worked, and she was oblivious of it at the beginning. She had a feeling, but she was oblivious, and she did eventually find out. And look what came up as into the future of that relationship, the Tower card. It was a disaster. This relationship should have ended way before it did. That's what I'm getting.
Oh.
Yeah, definitely. It was, I mean, and it didn't for practical reasons, because I got the Hierophant here. Definitely divorce card with the Tower. Four of Cups. She was very unsure. She wanted to make it work, even though the red flags were right in front of her face, right in front of her nose. She did try to, but at some point she was exhausted. She ran out. And then I feel that when she realized that there was a mismanagement with her money and all that, that's why she's so controlling right now, and she handles everything. She trusts no one after that relationship. That's why it's taken so long. It's taken so long because
9 years.
Involved assets. 9 years is a lifetime.
I mean, I look, I predicted that as well, because a lot of people are like, why did it take so long? I knew it had to be a fight over money. But I don't think a lot of people knew how involved he was in the beginning. And maybe that's why, some of the allegations were he was saying that he was owed money from being involved in her business.
No, but it's the other way around. She was the one who made a lot of money, and she would listen to him because they were a couple, and that's what couples do, But in the end, I got the Nine of Cups. She got what she wanted. So this is the divorce, because it just happened. So that's what my guides are saying. Like she got and it's the 9 years, Nine of Cups, wish card. Mm-hmm. So that was the end of the Sun. The energy. The Sun, she is happy now. She's in a good place now. In a very good place right now. She's happy. She feels good. I feel that her future is going to be bright, business and personally as well.
I have questions about that too.
I knew you would.
I literally, and I'll say this to the audience, I'm a little bit more usual when I'm a little bit more prepared when I do anything. However, I didn't, because I know Bethany. I know the story. I know where the bodies are buried. So I have questions. So I said, let me write these down so I don't forget during this video.
You're always
not literal bodies, people. Calm down.
Just putting it out there. Right. So what's the next question? Do I need is it on their relationship, or is it a completely new one?
I think we can move on, because, Bethany has moved on. She's got what she wanted based off of these cards. And Bethany, if you're watching this, slip into one of our DMs and confirm. But I mean, that's good news. And we're going to get to the future of Bethany and TV and her business and things like that. But since we're talking about her relationships, let's just backtrack just a little bit because I want to talk about the current relationship, but I want to talk about her relationship with Dennis because it was featured on the show. And as we all know, rest in peace to Dennis. He allegedly overdosed. I want to know why, because they were also back and forth. I want to know why. Why was it such a back and forth relationship between them? And was that her soulmate?
Ooh,
Oh, there goes. Thanks, answer. Thanks, universe.
Nine of Wish, Queen of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. At the time, he was right for her. He was into her. He loved her. He allowed her to be her. And he admired her and he looked up to her, and that's exactly what she needed at the time. But there was, again, no love lost there. There was emotion, there was connection, but it wasn't like a passionate love relationship. But I feel from her side it was more platonic with love.
Mm-hmm.
But she was more of like a partner, someone that looked up to her, took care of her, wouldn't go against her, supported her. That's exactly what she needed. But that's why there was that back and forth, because love, passion, sex, everything else was missing. And Scorpio, so she needs all that.
Yeah.
So she kept going back and forth with that, because I do feel that she has self-esteem issues, despite the fact that we all say that she's a bit of an egomaniac. And
I don't say that. But usually people that we view that way are the most insecure.
Exactly. They're usually hiding some vulnerability there by being this way. And I feel this is the case with Bethany. I feel deep down, doing this spread and just picking up her energy, that if you're a friend of Bethany and you prove to her that you're a good, loyal friend, she will be loyal. But, just be careful, because Scorpios tend to get a little bit sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Snappy, or they can get offended easily. So, with Scorpios, you have to tiptoe a little bit.
Oh, sounds about right. No offense to the Scorpios. We know we will be hearing from you in the comments. That's okay. Because we're on her relationships, because I do want to delve into other areas that you brought up in regards to her insecurity. She's in a new relationship. Allegedly, she is engaged. People have viewed Bethany with an engagement ring. And the reason why I'm going over some of this, what's in the headlines, there might be people watching this that don't know that there are rumors that she's engaged and that she is back with this, I believe his name is Paul, character that's sort of been on and off again. And now recently they've been on again. And now she's been sporting this engagement ring.
Is that the guy from Boston?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Right. So I want to know, what is the future of this relationship? Is she going to get married? Is she going to be happy finally? Based on what you said earlier, though, things are looking up, but that could have been just in business.
Yeah, that's personal. Like, it's just her,
not
the relationship. So we'll see. Jump the wheel. Things are changing. Changes, ups and downs. But also things are changing for her. Judgment. Ooh. Okay, hold on. I have 2 major arcana cards, so let me see. Those are jumper cards. I'm just gonna pull 3 cards.
I love when your face comes up and you're like, okay, what's happening?
Oh dear. 4 of Swords, 4 of Cups, 9 of Swords, Wheel, Judgment. I'm not sure about their future. Things are going to change there. Things are going to change, because she's, at the moment, I get this 4 of Swords, which is like the card of like, I'm resting, I'm taking a break, I'm overwhelmed, I'm tired, I'm exhausted. And then 4 of Cups, like emotionally, I don't know how I feel. I'm a bit empty right now. 2 4s as well. And foundations, laying out the foundation, home foundations is the 4. And then you have the 9 of Swords, which headache, being sad, being upset, being angry with yourself. Things are going to change around.
I mean, it makes sense that they've been on and off again. They literally broke up, and then we heard they were back together in January, and now we're hearing engagement things.
They're not getting along at this point right now. They're not getting along. So there is that back and forth. They are together, but there's that should we or shouldn't we stay together? Two of Swords, discussions. They've been talking a lot and fighting a lot because I have the Five of Wands. So it doesn't she wants to make this work. I feel, yet I don't know why she can't stay in a relationship. The Four of Pentacles came in. No, she's not sure about. I just got a message. Right, allegedly, maybe I feel that there's something there that he did not reveal to her, i.e. the real, let's say, how much money he really earns or how successful he really is. And this is an issue.
And it's probably a trigger.
And it's a trigger because this came up, the Four of Pentacles. So, yeah, something about money. Someone is not being honest about money, and I feel it's him. And again, and we know, having looked at Jason Hoppy, that this is a pain point for. And
it's going to pop up in her mind. Oh my God, I'm with the same guy.
Right.
I mean, they kind of look similar too. You got to type, Bethany.
She's turning a blind eye.
Like she did in the beginning with Jason.
Yes, because I just got the Seven of Wands. For me, she's turning a blind eye. She's just like, no, it's, everything is working out fine now. My business is doing great. I have a new show. I have this relationship. I'm engaged. I don't want to rattle this cage. So I'll just leave it for now and see how it goes. But there is a lot of conflict and there is back and forth. They're fighting. They're like, right now. Judgment. He's judgmental. He's judgmental as well towards her, which is funny. I would expect her to be judgmental. But I feel that he might be judgmental towards her. And this is, she'll take it. I feel with the right guy, she's okay. She can be a little kitten, but with the right guy.
Exactly.
And I feel that he came in this relationship with that energy, that dynamic energy, like I'm macho, I'm man, I'll protect you, I'll show you, don't worry about a thing, oh, Bethany, you talk too much, or just, putting her in her place. And she loved that in the beginning. When I mean macho, I don't mean that he literally came out like a Frank or a Joe from New Jersey, but he gave her that, he gave her that sense that he's solid and he will protect her, and then I think he might take it too far sometimes. Because he sees that, he feels that he has a false sense of power over her because she will be more tolerant and she will take it from him. Because he does have a sensitive weak point with men and in relationships. And I do feel that in her relationship, she's a lot more tolerant. She'll put her head down if she cares about the relationship. So he might be taking it a little bit too far sometimes because she allows it to. But this is where, boom, the conflict and the fighting and her not sure about this whole engagement and relationship going and turning a blind eye because now she doesn't want to deal with it. Right now, her show is about to premiere. She has a lot of, she's not going to deal with it now, but at the back of her mind, there's a lot going on.
Wow.
Yeah. Devil. Oh, abuse. Devil, what it means. Abuse, addiction, and someone manipulating someone. So there's manipulation there. I'm not saying, no, I don't, I just asked my guides, is it verbal abuse? Was there anything like that? And they said no. It's mostly a manipulation thing. There's manipulation from both sides, actually, I was just told.
Oh.
They play games with each other. I feel that it started off really well, but they kind of like dived in a bit too fast or too intensely. We don't know his star sign, do we?
No, he's not that popular.
Yeah,
I'm sure someone will let us know in the comments, though, because I've seen that. recently.
we did find out Louis' star sign, everyone.
Teresa Giudice's boyfriend currently is also a Taurus because his birthday was recently. Which is interesting. 2 Tauruses in a relationship
could work, but not really. Because nothing is happening in that relationship if you have Tauruses. You know, you Tauruses, you take your bloody time. You're slow.
I am so offended.
Love you.
I dated a Taurus before. Nothing happened. We're not dating anymore.
Exactly. It's all about let's cuddle and let's touch and let's eat all day and be foodies, and then we start
the relationship.
Yeah, I tell you, that's Tauruses, and then suddenly you start getting bored of each other and you move on.
Oh man! So that's watch that video to see the prediction for their relationship. Teresa and Louis.
We'll link the previous videos that we've made just so you can not miss a beat when it comes to reading. Exactly. Yeah, so that's what I see with those two.
All right, so let's get into we spoke about Dennis. We talked about her new fiance. We talked about Jason. I want to talk a little bit about her business because I've heard rumors about the Skinny Girl brand, and I just want to get an idea of what's the future of her Skinny Girl brand. And I'm sure she wants to know, don't you, Bethany?
Quote cards.
Oh, there's jumpers.
Yeah, but too many, so I'm going to put them back in and re-ask the question.
Okay. I mean, there's a lot going on with Bethany, but I mean, we've cleared up a lot already. Her relationship with her parents, her relationship with Jason, which is over officially now, and now her current relationship with this, I believe his name is Paul.
Oh, okay.
Let's see what the future of the Skinny Girl brand is, which is launched into beyond just, alcohol and food. And now it's denim and I forgot what the other venture was. There's a few different things that she's venturing into.
Is she in spices now? Is that what I heard?
Oh, I don't know. I know she has like a whole thing of food stuff. Food related stuff. I've had her flavored water. It was pretty good.
Oh yeah, you told me because I asked you because I haven't tried any of her products because we don't get them in Europe. So
Bethany needs to work on that.
Yeah, Bethany, please do. Okay, online shop. Instead of Amazon, I'm gonna buy from you. Right. So right now, her business is doing good. Like it's doing good financially, and her brand is quite strong. It's out there. I do feel I got the High Priestess, so she has to be careful. She has to be careful not to overdo it. I think she's like, she's expanding too much and too fast, and it's starting to not make sense. She start listening to that intuition that she has that has helped her up to this point. But I feel that greed kind of comes in now. Like she sees, the Midas touch, that everything that she does turns into gold, and that is greed. Greed comes in, and I think she's going to overdo it because I got the tarot card.
Oh.
So she has to be careful. I'm not saying it's set in stone right now. It's a warning with this card here. It's a warning. So Bethany, if you're watching this,
tag her, someone let her know.
Exactly.
Just to kind of get a little history behind that, because there was a point when after her second return to the Real Housewives of New York, she was talking about selling I can't remember the exact, but it was another shift in her business. And then she decided not to do it. She decided not to shift the business, that the way that she was trying to do it. I think she was going to sell a portion of the business. I forgot what she was trying to do, but then she decided not to.
Sorry. Was she partnering with a guy? Did she have a business partner? Because he comes up. Because I pulled 6 cards, so I had 3 jumper cards and I pulled 3 cards. And you said that wasn't going well, or that was the rumor, or
no? She would. I think what they were because we do see him on the episode where she's meeting with him, but they were making discussions about. I forgot if it was to sell a portion of the business or to do something, shift the business in some type of way. But off the season, they decided not to do it, to move forward with doing that.
They should, though, because it's going to work out for them.
Bethany.
Hello? Come to us.
I'm just saying, someone tag her, let her know.
I mean, we're the best advisors in the world. No, she should do
I
it.
believe that.
Do it. She should do it because I got the Six of Swords, which means that issues that she has now will be ironed out if she takes a shift. She needs to change direction, and she will. I feel she will, and then I get the wheel. So it's going to change and work out for her if she changes direction and she listens to that intuition. Otherwise, if it stays the way it is, it's not going to work out. It's going to go bust. Her business.
Listen to your intuition, Scorpio.
Ace of Wands, she has ideas though. This girl, I don't know if she sleeps at night or she takes melatonin or something in order to keep that mind quiet because she's thinking. She's got ideas. Like she has ideas of what direction she wants to take it. Again, please don't listen to greed, Bethany. Okay? Done what you've done with Skinny Girl. Maybe create a new brand. Maybe go for something different. Why am I getting sports goods? I just got this message through, okay? Sports goods, athletic, maybe leisure wear.
Oh, okay. I mean, you see a lot of these brands go in that direction. She does have the denim wear. So I think she also has like not spandex, but sort of like in that realm.
Yeah, I think so. Like shapewear.
Yeah, shapewear. There you go. That was the word.
Shapewear.
Oh, none of this stuff.
I'll let you in on the female lingo.
Thank you.
So I see her going that direction, like sports, leisure wear, maybe accessories like what they call water bottles for the gym, caps, stuff like that. Like, but a new brand, not a Skinny Girl brand, like a new thing.
Okay.
So yeah, merchandise and stuff like that. So that's what I was told. This doesn't come out.
Natalie, I'll ask you a question. I think we talked about this before, and this is sort of in relation to what you were just saying in regards to Bethany. Do executives reach out to, like someone like you for guidance in regards to their businesses?
More and more professionals and executives and business people and entrepreneurs come to people like us, and they advise us. Every single politician, like prime minister or president, they have their own astrologers or readers or psychics that they advise, that they consult. And more people do that now. They come to. I have several professionals that repeat clients that come to me and they advise me.
You advise them.
I advise them, exactly.
You life coach them.
I coach them, and it's actually good because it gives them. It's like I do a SWOT analysis for people, so strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats by using my gift.
Wow!
So
I just thought that was Bethany.
Wait, this guy, he's my marketing manager, my agent, and my PR guy. So. Because I love it. Kemp is always like texting me. He's like, "Okay, you forgot to add this link, and we should post this on Wednesday." Don't forget. I mean, I appreciate it.
You get experience from doing it and seeing. I mean, look, I'm not perfect like anyone because the internet is always changing. But I can see why someone. I know for me as an entrepreneur, I'm going to be like Natalie. Okay, we need to pull some cards. I need to figure out what I need to do next in regards. Is this the right move? Kind of thing. So that's why I said, it's important. And I'm sure a lot of people are wondering as well, especially when we're talking about someone like Bethany, who is a serial entrepreneur, and what should she do next? And I agree with you. I think that she should, she already has a Skinny Girl brand. Create another brand. You did it here. Create something else. I feel like Skinny Girl is very specific and should be left over here if she wants to delve in because she has so many ideas. You said.
Yeah, for sure. And she'll always be around. She will always be successful. She's a hustler. That's for sure. And she knows how to get what she wants. But, don't go greedy and don't overdo it. I feel she's overdoing it right now and someone needs to stop that. She needs to stop right now. It's just crazy.
Wow.
Her brand, and I did marketing for years, so, and branding especially. And I can tell you, with brands, you can go two ways. You can either just do nothing with a brand and just have it and it kind of like rolls and keeps going on its own, and from time to time you have to do some kind of a reset of the brand or like a rebrand, stuff like that. Or you can go you can create like a brand that costs millions and millions, which she did with Skinny Girl.
Mhm.
Although I feel, because I live in Europe, and I feel that in Europe no one knows Skinny Girl unless you watch The Housewives. So I feel that her focus was local, but she has international potential. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes.
So she needs to hit. That's advice for Bethany. Go more international. Think bigger. Don't just think local market. Think bigger, and you'll be successful. Because you don't need The Housewives anymore, Bethany. You don't need Big Shot. You don't need Bethany Ever After. You are smart enough and capable enough on your own as a businesswoman, but you need to think outside of this TV and reality and celebrity box. Free advice. Thank you. You're welcome.
I'm saying, femtarot.com. Reach out for a reading, Bethany, for advice. Because we're talking about her career and her money, I want to ask, what is her future in TV? Because what you're saying, she should delve into more international, realm. But what is the future of her television work? Because I still want Bethany on TV. I'm excited about the Big Shot with Bethany on HBO Max. Free advertisement. You're welcome, Bethany.
Me too. Really looking forward to that.
But I love her personality. I don't think the daytime talk was her realm, but I definitely like the reality of Bethany, and I like her mouth. I like her wit, and that's what people loved about her on The Real Housewives of New York.
Hold on, my card.
Is that a jumper? Jumping
no,
all the way to the floor?
Not just one. You know why I was thinking? You know why I jumped? Because I kind of like my thinking went in a very different direction, and I was thinking, because I saw the Lovers Club that popped up, and I'm like, is she going to do another show if she gets married, when she gets married again? Is she going to do something like, or a documentary kind of thing? And all the cards just flew out. So yeah, there is a possibility for that.
Will she get married again? Let me write that down. I just don't think it'll be with Paul.
I don't see. You know what? Her career in TV is going to be very, very different from what we've known. It's a lot more structured now. A lot more her controlling, her being the producer. Her even I was just shown that maybe she's going to get involved in projects where she's not the star. She's the producer. She's behind the scenes. And that's what she wants to do now. Kind of that direction that she might be going.
And will she see success in that? You're welcome, Bethany. I'm helping you out here, but book a reading.
Well, I think we've covered everything.
I mean, you're welcome, Bethany. Just saying.
So what was the question? Sorry, I lost the question.
The question is her future in TV, and will it be successful? But you already said that she will have a future in TV, but it will be more behind the scenes.
Yeah. Okay. Whether it's going to be successful or not, I could not answer that. But
she's not ready for the answer because she's going to watch this.
The Empress. So if she plays, she's not going to get pregnant. This is not what it means in this case. Yeah. But what it means is that if she plays her cards right, and she's strategic, and she comes off a little bit more grounded, she can have a successful career in TV in the future, but not as she comes across now. So she needs to be more strategic and more grounded and come across a little bit more approachable. If she wants to do that. Because fire sign, she has, I would be interested to look at her natal chart, because I do feel that there is, aside from the water sign, she has a lot of fire.
I don't even see fire in her chart, based on the one that I'm looking at.
You have it there? Okay.
Yeah. I see a lot of Scorpio.
Where's her Venus?
Her Venus is Scorpio.
7th house?
20 degrees, 51. I don't know what that means.
There's a symbol there, is there?
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's a lot of Scorpio. There's some, her Mars is Libra. Her Uranus is Libra.
Mars is Libra. So she attracts men that have Libra energy. balance. Everything's about balance and harmony. If she feels balanced around them, that's the type of energy, the type of men that she attracts.
But
Sorry.
she has a lot of Scorpio in Jupiter, Scorpio in Neptune, Scorpio on her Venus, Scorpio on her Mercury. It's a lot.
Oh, poor woman.
Her Pluto is Virgo, though.
Well, that's not going to help with all that Scorpio.
Like her Saturn is Taurus.
Saturn is Taurus, yeah, okay, that helps a little bit. But I mean, with Uranus and Pluto in Scorpio, oh dear God. I mean, she's the type of woman that she's going to be slapped like from life. She's going to get, every time she succeed or she does something will kind of like slap her and sort of like,
humble her.
Humble. Well, I don't think so, because she's a Scorpio.
Scorpio's gonna get us in this comment.
Like, oh, I'm gonna sting now. So, and unfortunately, Scorpios are self-destructive. They do that. So when they're in a situation where they can't get out of a bad situation, or when they feel depressed, sad, that they feel sort of lost, they do things out of impulse that are self-destructive. So they are self-destructive. And Bethany, I can see it. What things that she says, the way she behaves, that's self-destructive.
Shout out to all the Scorpios. I'll just say the Scorpios. I'm the product of two Scorpios. So
you are?
It's okay. Yeah, both my parents are Scorpios. But okay, so we know the future of Skinny Girl. We know the future of her businesses. We know the future of her in TV. But let's talk about the biggest question of the season of her and Carol's friendship breaking down. There were rumors, and I've reported on the rumors on my platforms, but I want to know what the cards say. What really happened in that friendship? Or if it was a friendship at all.
What did really happen?
Yeah, what really happened in the breakdown of Carol and Bethany's friendship? Because I know everyone doesn't care about anything else. That's what they want to know. And then when we have to ask about that, I want to know about what happened between her and Jill, even though we saw it play out. Those were the best years of New York.
They were. I agree with you.
Rumor has it that Jill is going to be midweek showing up at the Real Housewives with the All-Stars.
Yeah, I heard. I think it was through your
I'm letting everyone else know that may have missed that video.
I hear everything from you. So So follow Kemp if you want to know what's happening. If you want to have your finger on the pulse. Kemp
I'm trying. I'm trying.
She uploads all the time and keeping us up to date. I love it. Competition, status, money, status.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I had to do that little cutesy thing. There was conflict there. They were friends. They were friends. Well, at least because I'm kind of seeing things from Bethany's perspective, since this is a reading about Bethany. So I can tell you, because I have the Three of Cups, that Bethany did see her as a friend. But I feel that Carol felt that the dynamic and the energy of her friendship with Bethany was harmful to her in many ways. Like Bethany was overshadowing her. So that was an issue for Carol. Because Carol saw herself the way she saw herself. She was married to Kennedy. She was married into an old money family and with status. And Bethany, who was no one, suddenly became more successful. More people were talking about her. She made a lot of money on her own. She's self-made, et cetera, et cetera. And I feel
she was a star even when they were on the show. She was really the star of the Real Housewives of New York.
Right.
Carol,
exactly.
People liked Carol, but Carol was not the star of New York.
There is a possibility that I heard Bethany in an interview or a podcast. She said that she doesn't talk to Carol. They still don't talk. I have a feeling though that they will start talking. I'm not saying they're going to become friends, close
Yeah,
friends,
yeah.
but I do see them because I have the Fool card here. The Fool card. It's also, someone feeling like a fool, but it is the first card of the tarot, and it is the beginning of a journey, fresh new start. So there might be some kind of like, maybe they just, they're invited to the same party or to the same dinner party, and they can't avoid each other and they just have to talk. So I feel that this friendship is going to soften up a little bit. This
Okay. Well, that's good.
freeze that's happening. But yeah, definitely I can tell it has to do with money and status and who you are, and a little bit of jealousy and competition there.
Oh. Can I share with you one of the speculations on why the friendship may have ended, and maybe we can pull a card to clarify on that?
Yeah, I'm pulling cards while you're saying that. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So the rumor was, because we all know Bethany's always trying to get the next best thing in regards to her business, getting especially in TV. And before she had this HBO Max deal, allegedly, Carol had a friend over, I believe it was Miramax. Her girlfriend's husband was a bigwig over there, but the girlfriend lost. I guess the husband died. I can't remember the exact details of what happened, but Bethany was infringing on Carol in California at the time, allegedly trying to hang out with the wife and hang out with Carol because she was trying to allegedly get in there and become friendly with this person in order to get a TV deal, allegedly.
I feel like Carol felt a little bit sidetracked about something, because I was pulling cards on top of when it comes to their friendship. I maybe Bethany played dirty a little bit with Carol, something, and it has to do with money and business. It has to do with the Five of Pentacles. So someone was left out of a business deal or a chance to make money. And then I have the Six of Cups, and I think that was kind of like the beginning of the end with them. Yeah.
Okay.
Cups there. But I do feel that, especially Bethany, I feel that Carol is really pissed off at her. Like, she's still. Yeah, I do feel that she just doesn't want to have anything to do with Bethany. But I feel that Bethany does sometimes maybe miss her or think about the good times. And yeah, but that was the beginning of the end. Something happened. Maybe Bethany kept what's her name, Carol, out of the loop, or she did something behind her back. They were supposed to do something together, maybe work on a book together, or maybe another show, do like a bet. I don't know. I'm just telling you what.
Also, there's clearly more to this story than they were letting on the show.
Oh yeah, because then when it comes to I have the Death card. It was the end. It's the end. The end of that relationship. But I do feel, as I said, they will go back to talking, but socially. To a very superficial level. They will never be friends again. They will never be close.
Wow.
And I feel that, at least from Bethany's side, it was genuine. It was a friendship. I'm not sure about Carol. I'm getting really mixed emotions, mixed feelings. Just saying.
Speaking of friendships, one of the most infamous friendships breakdowns was between Bethany and Jill Zarin on the Real Housewives of New York. What really happened there? Because that was another friendship that people were very confused of what really happened. A lot of people blamed Jill, and then some people saw Jill's side of it, but a lot of people blame Jill, and we understand based on what we saw in the show. But I want to know what the cards say. What was the real breakdown of that friendship? And I think they have a texting friendship now, but it's definitely not the same.
Well, I can tell you that they saw each other as family. These are just the jumper cards. I haven't even pulled the cards. Almost like Jill almost took the role of a mom for Bethany. She took her under her wing. She mothered her. This is exactly what she needed. Bethany needed.
Yeah.
But I feel that Jill is demanding. So she was very giving, very much the mother, like mothering Bethany. But on the other hand, she had expectations, like be loyal. Your loyalty is only on me. You're not going to do anything without consulting me, or we need to talk about this, or where are you going without me? What if someone invited Bethany, Jill would be like, well, why aren't you taking me with you?
Mm.
I feel that was beginning to be too much for Bethany, too much.
And they alluded to that on the show.
Oh, they did? Oh, I don't remember that bit. Conflict.
I've watched it multiple times.
I'm actually watching reruns now of on Netflix, because they have the old episodes of Beverly Hills, and that's so interesting. Brandy has just been introduced, so now I can see Brandy from a different light. It's interesting watching old episodes.
Yeah.
When you know what has happened, throughout the years. But regarding this friendship, yeah, I mean, I feel that Jill thinks that Bethany did her dirty. Okay,
Wow.
that Bethany misused her trust or wasn't loyal, that she betrayed her. And yeah, for sure, because that's Bethany. Bethany is very upset. It has affected her. She's very upset about this fallout between them. It's quite heavy. Lesser state. I mean, but it's I mean, she's still not gotten over.
She's still burnt by it.
Yeah, exactly. I feel that Bethany and Jill just don't feel that they can ever be the way they were, not because they don't trust each other, but because things have broken so much and both of their lives have changed so much that they can never have that dynamic that they did. Great, because Jill wanted to have this protege and under her and Bethany, she was like a project and like a pet project for Jill, but she did it out of love. Like she wanted to help Bethany, and Bethany needed a mom and someone to show her the ropes in New York society, Upper East Side, whatever, you know what I mean? So
she surpassed her.
And now it's never going to go there because Bethany's just gone off on her own tangent and doing her own thing. Jill lost her husband and had to sort of reinvent herself and figure things out without him, without, what was his name? Bobby, yeah. Bobby, yeah, I know. It was so sad.
I miss her on the show. I miss her on the show. Jill Zarin.
I mean, I love Jill. And I loved their dynamic as well in the beginning. I miss Jill. I saw her in an interview, I think Heather McDonald. Was she Heather McDonald recently?
Probably. I don't.
So happy to see Jill, and I loved it. And she was so honest about production and about backs. So go watch that video as well. Thank you. Yeah. So that's how I feel with those two. It's complicated, but they'll never get back to that point. But they will eventually. I think they might be even talking. I feel there might be instances where there might be like a text. They share texts once in a while, and that's it.
Oh. So, yeah. The last question I have for you.
Yes, because otherwise this video is going to be too long.
Yes. Last question is, will Bethany ever get married again?
Let's see if they're ready to answer that.
Oh, that's true too. Then you can cut this all out.
Let's see.
Because we already see that this current relationship where she's allegedly engaged is not necessarily good for her. True.
She's not very good. Well, she can't pick her man, can she? So, 3 cards to judgment, lovers. She wants to.
Well, that's clear. She's been engaged twice since we've known her.
She wants to have that norm, that sort of normal in quotation marks of getting married and raising a Bryn together and just being a couple. And she wants a partner for life. She's not gonna. I have a love card. It's very complicated with her. I don't think I think it will be a very long time. She'll be much older by the time she settles down with someone.
Wow.
So far, I mean, things could change.
Things can change depending on the choices that she makes.
I don't know why my cards got lipstick on them, but
Ah.
I was just like, why? I'm like, what's on my cards? I'm like, damn it, lipstick? How? Why? Yeah, after everything that she's been through, generally, she's very guarded. So every little thing, it's not easy for her to forgive with every little slip up or mistake a guy makes anymore. And it's going to take a long while for her. She needs to mature. She needs to ground herself. She needs to work on herself in order to be able to be in a relationship like that, the one that she's envisioning, she's fantasizing. At the moment, I don't think, and also it's all about work, work, work. You cannot sustain a relationship like that.
Yeah.
Traveling and working all the time. She's constantly on her phone. I just feel that she's always so busy. Her mind like runs 100 miles an hour. It's just crazy. And it's very hard for her to sustain a relationship. And the money thing as well. She doesn't trust people around her money anymore. 10 of Swords. No. I mean, so far, right now, today, and this has been recorded 25th of April, everyone, just so you know, if anything happens between now and till we post this video, but I don't see it. Okay.
Wow.
Right, that's it, everyone, with this reading. We hope you enjoyed it. Camp and I certainly did, and we enjoy every reading that we do. Please subscribe. Please like this video if you liked it, and also comment down below. Who else would you like us to read? I mean, there's so much. Camp and I, every day we go back and forth. We're like, who should we do? Who's next? And we keep changing our minds. So help us out, please, everyone. So everyone, thanks for watching us. Till next time. Bye.